It's 6:03 a.m. The light through the window is soft. You haven't even sat up yet, just opened your eyes. You swing your legs off the bed, and then it hits. That sudden, sharp, burning pain shoots down your calf. Your foot curls involuntarily. Your whole body tightens around the cramp. It feels like your muscle is twisting in on itself. You grab your leg. You breathe hard. You wait for it to pass. Maybe you've been here before. Maybe it happens once a week. Maybe every day. Some mornings, you can feel it coming before your toes even touch the ground. Other days, it ambushes you, no warning, just pain. And each time, it leaves behind more than just soreness. It leaves hesitation. You walk slower. You feel less steady. You don't trust your own legs anymore. And here's the hardest part, you didn't even do anything yet. You just woke up. So why would your body start the day already cramping? Most people blame age. Or a bad mattress. Or dehydration, which can absolutely be part of it. But as a brain and vascular doctor who has worked with thousands of men over 60, I've learned something powerful. Some of the worst cramps don't come from what you did, but from what you didn't do. You didn't prepare your body to move. You didn't gently invite your muscles and blood vessels to wake up. You didn't stretch, not the old school kind, but the kind that's made for your body right now. So let me ask you something. What if your muscles are already screaming for help before the day even begins? And what if you could stop that scream with just 3 minutes? I'm not talking about touching your toes or forcing your hamstrings. I'm talking about a gentle morning flow, designed specifically for men over 60, to open your circulation, loosen your nerves, and prevent cramps before they start. You don't need equipment. You don't need flexibility. You don't even need to leave your bedroom. You just need to learn how to wake your body up the way it needs after 60. And that starts with one simple truth: you're not stretching wrong, you're stretching like you're still 25. When most men think of stretching, they think of what they were told in gym class: reach down and touch your toes. Pull your leg behind your back. Swing your arms like a windmill. Hold it until it hurts, then hold it longer. And maybe that worked at 25. Back then, your muscles were springy. Your blood vessels were flexible. Your nervous system was fast and forgiving. But now? If you're over 60, your body plays by different rules. And here's the truth most fitness experts forget: your muscles don't need to be forced. They need to be invited. Warning: why aggressive stretching doesn't work anymore. Aging muscles are drier. Less water means less elasticity. Connective tissue is stiffer. Tendons and fascia don't bounce like they used to. Blood vessels are narrower. They take longer to open and circulate. Blood nerves are more reactive. Sudden force can trigger spasms or cramping. So when you stretch like you're 25, fast, hard, cold, your body doesn't loosen up. It locks up. Or worse, it fights back. That's why so many men say, every time I stretch, I feel worse, not better, because the stretch wasn't wrong. It was just the wrong stretch for this stage of life. Brain: your body after 60 needs a new approach. You need a stretch that starts gently, before you even stand up, focuses on blood flow first, not flexibility, syncs with your breathing, moves through the feet, calves, hips, and shoulders, where circulation tends to stall overnight. And most importantly, it needs to be short enough to repeat daily, and simple enough to feel safe, even when your joints ache. This is why I created the 3-minute morning flow, a short, science-based movement sequence to help prevent morning cramps, reduce stiffness, activate circulation, and help you walk into your day with confidence. But before I show you how it works, let's take one step deeper. into how your body actually wakes up, and why most men skip the one thing their blood vessels are quietly begging for each morning. Let's shift the way you think about mornings. Because waking up isn't just about opening your eyes. It's about how your entire body comes online. Your brain, your heart, your circulation, your muscles, they all have to restart after hours of stillness. And if you're over 60, that restart takes more care than it used to. Brain overnight, your body enters a slower state, blood pressure drops, circulation slows, especially to your legs and feet. Body temperature lowers, muscles stiffen as hydration levels drop, nerve signals dull as your nervous system rests. This is normal. It's part of your body's natural rhythm. But the older we get, the more this sleep mode becomes harder to exit. And if you jump up too fast, or start moving without support, your body lags behind. That's when you feel morning dizziness, muscle tightness, weak steps, and of course, leg cramps, anti-clockwise arrows. The real goal of a morning stretch isn't flexibility. It's rebooting circulation. Picture this: your body after 60 is like a classic garden hose. When it's been unused all night, the water doesn't just start flowing at full pressure. You have to open the valve gently, let it warm up, and let the flow build safely. That's what your blood vessels need in the morning. They need gentle movement, not pulling. They need ankle pumps, not toe touches. They need calf activation, not hamstring force. Light bulb: why blood flow matters more than the stretch itself. When you begin your day with poor circulation, muscles get less oxygen, nerves stay sleepy, electrolytes don't distribute properly, and tension builds in your legs and back, fast. But when you stimulate blood flow first, through small, rhythmic movement, you wake up your brain, normalize your blood pressure, rehydrate your muscle tissue, prime your nervous system to move without fear. This is the missing link in most men's morning routines. It's not about pushing your flexibility. It's about restoring your internal rhythm, so your body knows it's safe to move again. And the best part? You don't even need to stand up yet. In fact, the most powerful movements happen while you're still sitting on the bed. Next, I'll introduce you to someone who proved just how life-changing this simple shift can be: Dennis, 72, who went from painful mornings to peaceful ones, in just 3 minutes a day. Let me introduce you to Dennis. He's 72 years old. A retired mechanic from Ohio. Tough hands, warm heart, and a quiet kind of wisdom. But not too long ago, mornings were his worst enemy. Bed every day started with pain. He'd wake up, swing his legs out of bed, and bam, cramp. Sometimes his foot would curl so hard he couldn't stand. Other times his calf would seize before he even reached the bathroom sink. Brushing his teeth felt like a workout. Walking down the hallway was a gamble. And it wasn't just the pain, it was the fear. I started dreading mornings, Dennis told me. I felt like my body turned against me before I even made it to the coffee pot. He tried everything. Drinking more water, bananas, stretching like he used to back in his 40s, rubbing muscle creams on his legs, but nothing worked, and some of it made things worse. Compass. Then we made one simple shift. I asked Dennis to stop stretching like he was 25. And instead, to try a 3-minute morning flow that focused on gentle circulation, not deep stretches. It included ankle rolls and toe pumps while seated on the bed, seated calf presses with mindful breathing, a standing wall push with slow arm reaches to open the chest and spine. That's it. 3 minutes. No equipment. No floor mats. Just intention. Collision. Within 1 week, everything changed. By day 3, he noticed his foot didn't cramp when he stood. He walked to the kitchen without holding the wall. His legs felt awake. By the end of 2 weeks, Dennis told me, "Doc, I don't even think about my legs in the morning anymore, they just move." He started walking again. First to the mailbox. Then around the block. He slept deeper. His energy during the day went up. "Hooray, and here's the part that moved me most," he said. "I don't feel like I'm chasing my body anymore. I feel like we're finally moving together." That's what a proper stretch can do. Not just remove pain, but restore trust in your body again. You don't have to suffer through mornings. And you don't need 30 minutes of yoga or a personal trainer. You just need the right kind of movement, done gently, consistently, and with respect for the season your body is in. Now, I'll walk you through the exact 3-minute sequence Dennis used, so you can feel the same shift, starting tomorrow. You've heard the stories. You've felt the cramps. You understand the science. Now it's time to move, slowly, gently, intentionally. Because what your body needs first thing in the morning isn't power, it's permission. Permission to wake up. Permission to move without fear. Permission to begin the day with ease. That's what this 3-minute flow is about. 3 o'clock total time. 3 minutes. Do it while sitting on the edge of your bed, or standing next to it. Breathe deeply. No rushing. No force. Checkmark minute 1 ankle circles plus foot pumps, while seated. Why? Your feet and ankles are the furthest from your heart. Overnight, circulation slows here first, and restores here last. By moving them, you turn on the pump that drives blood back upward. How? Sit upright with both feet flat on the floor, lift one foot slightly and draw slow circles with your ankle, 5 times clockwise, 5 times counterclockwise. Repeat on the other side, then point your toes forward. Hold 3 seconds, pull them back toward your shin. Hold 3 seconds, repeat 3 to 5 times per foot. Feel. Blood flow returns. Nerves awaken. Feet warm. Calves soften. Checkmark minute 2 seated calf press plus toe flex, still seated. Why? Your calves often hold tension that leads to early morning cramps. This gentle contraction and release boosts circulation without overstretching. How? Sit tall. Place both feet flat on the ground. Press your toes firmly into the floor, lifting your heels. Hold for 5 seconds. Then relax and lift your toes, keeping heels down. Repeat this press and lift sequence 6 to 8 times, slowly. Finish by gently spreading your toes wide, then relaxing them. Feel. Your legs begin to feel stable, warm, and responsive. Checkmark minute 3 standing wall push plus arm reach. Standing. Why? This opens up your spine, chest, shoulders, and calves, all of which stiffen overnight. It also engages your core and improves posture. How? Stand near a wall, place both hands at shoulder height on the wall, step 1 foot back slightly and gently push your hips forward, stretching the back leg. Breathe in as you reach one arm overhead, hold 2 seconds, then lower alternate arms slowly, 4 times each. Switch leg positions and repeat the arm reaches. Feel. Your spine extends. Your chest opens. Your breathing deepens. And your body feels aligned, not braced. Brain, this is not a workout. This is a wake-up call for your nervous system. And when done daily, this 3-minute stretch reduces risk of cramps, improves balance and posture, opens circulation, lowers morning tension and stress, builds confidence in your steps. Dennis did this every morning. So did Paul. And now, thousands of men are rediscovering what it means to move into their day with strength, not fear. But why does this sequence work so well, so fast? Up next, I'll explain the real connection between blood flow and cramping, and why activating that circulation in the first 3 minutes may protect you for the next 16 hours. You've seen the stretch. You've felt how gentle it is. But now, let's take a closer look, beneath the skin, at why this works, especially for men over 60. Because morning cramps aren't just about muscle. They're about circulation, and what happens when it doesn't move. Brain, the real problem isn't the cramp, it's the pressure building up beforehand. Here's what happens during sleep. Your blood pressure lowers, your vessels narrow slightly, gravity slows circulation in your legs and feet, your muscle tissue dehydrates slightly, reducing elasticity, and your nerves become more sensitive to imbalances, so by the time you wake up, your system is running on low flow, low fuel, and high sensitivity. And when you stand, move, or twist too quickly, your muscles can spasm because they're not ready yet. Drop of blood. Why circulation is the key. Blood does more than move oxygen. It delivers everything your muscles need to stay calm and strong: electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, glucose for stable energy, oxygen to prevent burning and tightness, and even waste removal, so acid doesn't build up in the tissue. But here's the kicker: your blood won't flow well unless you help it. And after 60, your blood vessels aren't as flexible. They don't respond to pressure as quickly. And if you've had years of sitting, poor posture, or stress, they're even slower. That's where the 3-minute stretch becomes powerful. Light bulb, the science behind the movement. Ankle pumps mimic the motion of walking, jump-starting the venous return from your feet. Calf presses activate the largest muscles in your legs, helping blood travel back up. Arm reaches and wall pushes stretch open the chest and spine, improving flow to the brain and heart. This entire flow restores internal pressure, gently, safely, consistently. And when blood flows smoothly, your nerves relax, your muscles soften, your mind clears, your energy rises. Bullseye. That's why men like Dennis notice change so fast, because their cramps weren't from weakness. They were from stagnation. And once you get the blood moving, the body starts healing itself. You don't need force. You don't need supplements. You just need to wake your system up the way it wants to be woken. But to keep the results going, there are a few common mistakes most men make, even with good intentions, that can undo all this progress. Let's go there next, and make sure you're not sabotaging your own recovery. You've learned the right kind of movement. But now it's just as important to understand what not to do. Because for men over 60, the wrong approach to stretching, even with good intentions, can actually trigger the very cramps and stiffness you're trying to avoid. So let's clear the confusion. Here are the most common mistakes I see in my patients, and what to do instead. Crossmark mistake number 1: stretching too hard, too fast. That no pain, no gain mindset? Leave it in the locker room with your high school cleats. At this stage of life, aggressive stretching sends a signal of danger to your muscles and nervous system. And your body responds by tightening up, not releasing. What to do instead? Start with movement, not force. Stretching should feel like opening a door slowly, not kicking it down. Crossmark mistake number 2: holding your breath while stretching. It happens more often than you think, especially during calf or hamstring stretches. You strain, you reach, and you forget to breathe. But when you hold your breath, you create internal pressure, restrict blood flow, and stress your heart and muscles. What to do instead? Pair each stretch with breath. Inhale as you prepare. Exhale as you move into the stretch. That simple rhythm calms your nervous system and supports healthy circulation. Crossmark mistake number 3: ignoring your feet and calves. Most men focus on stretching their back or hamstrings. But cramps usually start lower down, in the calves, ankles, and feet. And here's the truth: if you don't wake up the base of your body, the rest won't follow. What to do instead? Spend extra time on foot pumps, ankle circles, and toe flexes. Think of your feet as the faucets for blood flow. When you open them, the whole system flows better. Crossmark mistake number 4: only stretching after a problem shows up. If you're only stretching after the cramp, you're too late. Prevention is everything. And the most powerful changes happen before the first step out of bed. What to do instead? Build your 3-minute stretch into your morning routine, like brushing your teeth. Consistency is the medicine. Checkmark a few more bonus tips. Don't bounce in your stretch, it confuses the muscle. Don't compare your flexibility now to your 30s. Your goal is ease, not extremes. Don't skip water, hydration and movement work together. Brain, remember, you're not just stretching muscles. You're stretching blood vessels, nerves, and trust in your own body again. And when you stretch with respect for the season you're in, your body responds with relief, not resistance. Now that you know what to avoid and how to do it right, let me leave you with a final message, something I tell every man who feels stuck in pain first thing in the morning. Because this isn't about stretching anymore. It's about how you begin your day and your life moving forward. Let's take a deep breath together. Not just for your lungs, but for your mindset. Because the truth is, how you start your morning shapes everything. Your energy, your movement, your mood, even your confidence. And if you've been waking up with cramps, if you've been feeling stiff, slow, or anxious about taking that first step out of bed, you are not broken. You are not weak. You're just out of rhythm with what your body needs today. Light bulb, but now you know the difference one small habit can make. 3 minutes. That's it. 3 minutes to warm up your circulation, calm your nervous system, rebuild trust in your legs, and set the tone for the next 15 hours. This isn't about fitness. It's not about performance. It's about freedom. The freedom to stand up and feel steady. The freedom to walk to the kitchen without pain. The freedom to live your morning without fear of cramping or collapsing. Bullseye. So here's my challenge to you. Before tomorrow begins, commit to just one thing. Give your body 3 quiet minutes before the world demands anything from you. No phone. No rushing. No pushing. Just movement. Breath. Reconnection. Because your body hasn't given up on you. It's simply been waiting for a softer invitation. And this stretch, this tiny ritual, is that invitation. Speech balloon. If today's message spoke to you, if you've recognized yourself in Dennis's story, if you felt the pain of those early morning cramps, and if you're ready to feel something different, right finger comment, flow, below. Let this be your signal. To yourself. To others. To the community of men who are choosing to move into their day with strength, not stress. We're in this together. We're not stretching to fix something. We're stretching to remember what's still possible. One morning. One movement. One healing at a time. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video.